He said he loved me, but only when no one could see. I met him at night, not metaphorically, literally. After midnight, after my phone stopped buzzing, after the world felt quiet enough to disappear into, that's when his messages came. Are you awake? I miss you. Come over. During the day, I didn't exist. At first, I told myself it was romantic, mysterious, secret. He said daylight ruined things, that people ruin things, that we were better in the dark. When I tried to text him at noon, he wouldn't reply. When I liked his posts, he removed the likes. When I asked why, he laughed softly and said, "You think love needs an audience?" I learned not to ask questions. At night, he was gentle, his voice low, his hands warm. He looked at me like I was something fragile, something that would shatter if touched too openly. But when the sun came up, he walked past me like I was air. Once I ran into him at a cafe. He was with friends, laughing, alive, bright. I smiled. He didn't. Later that night, he texted me, "Don't do that again." I asked him what I did wrong. He replied, "You made it real." That's when I realized I wasn't his girlfriend. I wasn't even his secret. I was his night habit. And the worst part, I stopped wanting him in the daylight too, because daylight made me feel ashamed. If someone only loves you when no one is watching, is that love or possession? The more I disappeared, the more he wanted me. He used to say he loved my voice. Then one night after I laughed too loudly, he placed his finger over my lips and whispered, "Shh, don't ruin it." After that, I learned how to be quieter. He didn't like when I talked about my friends. He didn't like when I wore bright colors. He didn't like when I asked where we were going. But he loved when I listened. He loved when I stayed still. He loved when I let him decide. He told me I was different from other girls. Not dramatic, not needy, not loud. So I tried harder to be nothing. Every time I shrank, he pulled me closer. Every time I apologized, he kissed my forehead like I was a child. I stopped posting pictures, stopped answering calls, stopped recognizing myself. One night I asked him if he loved me. He smiled and said, "I love how easy you are." That sentence stayed with me longer than any touch. When I finally cried, really cried, he looked uncomfortable, distant, like I had broken a rule I didn't know existed. "You're changing," he said. "I liked you better before." Before, when I didn't exist. When I left him, he didn't chase me. He only sent one message. "You used to be perfect." And for the first time, I realized perfection was silence. If someone loves you more the less you speak, do they love you or the control? I changed everything about myself, and it still wasn't enough. He told me I was beautiful, almost thinner, almost softer, almost confident enough to be seen with him. So I worked on myself. I dressed the way he liked, smiled when he wanted, stayed quiet when he frowned. I learned his moods like weather patterns. I could feel a storm coming before he spoke. When he pulled away, I blamed myself. When he ignored me, I tried harder. When he said I was too much, I became less. One night, he looked at me, really looked, and said, "You're finally getting it." That should have scared me, but I felt proud. I had erased myself successfully. Then one night, he didn't call. Or the next. Or the one after that. When I finally saw him again, he was holding someone else's hand, someone untouched, someone whole. I asked him what I did wrong. He shrugged. "You tried too hard." It stopped being fun. That's when it hit me. He didn't love me. He loved the process, the breaking, the becoming. And once I was empty, he had nothing left to take. If love requires you to disappear, is it love or is it consumption?